It is the frequency in use. I know it's not. Been listening for a little bit. This is K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. I asked for emergency travel, but since there's nobody using the frequency, if you need to call for an emergency, call 911. And if you can't do that, call us. We'll do it for you. Just tell us where you live and what's wrong. Net may be broken anytime for that. For information on the net, you can go to YouTube right now and see the service of my radio. Boy, there's a lot of noise on that radio too. Anyway, you can go there. 140.415.net. Hold on, gotta get rid of my. I was monitoring that. Hold on. There we go. Muted that. Monitoring the same page that you guys do, and I don't normally do that. Okay, service F146. You go to K4PEW in the search block for YouTube. You'll come up with. It'll say pending or on live or something. I think it says live. Used to say something else. I just realized that a few weeks ago. Anyway, you can also go to Facebook. Simplex. MJ. Simplexton. That's what it is. And Facebook, and you'll see me though, not the microphone and whatever else in the background. And you can also go to groups.io with MJSS in their search block, and you can go to 415.net and look up some Simplex information. Easy numbers to remember, huh? And you can also go to IO and put in MJSS in their search block. And yeah, I did already say that. So delete that last. Email me for just dumb answers only, or dumb questions only, maybe. I don't know. No, that wouldn't be good. Anyway, K4PEW.net. We normally meet at every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. and we start tonight on 146.415. We don't always go to 2070 centimeters. I'll get it straight. But we're going to go to 446.415 on FM, and then 415 upper sideband, and then over to 223.415. Yeah, I can't think and talk at the same time, I guess. Purpose of that is to have fun, figure out what you can hear, and then how much money you can't spend on this because you got other bills to pay. So always do that judiciously, because ham radio is just a hobby because you bought a new antenna or a new radio. You might think you are, but you're not. You may be part of because really, with most people are going to do be of use to their families in ham radio, give things and communicate issues for them in case there's an emergency, and then their general community around them. That's about it. You're not going to be savior of the world. Although you can be of use. That's why we do this all the time. It's a lot of fun in the meantime. I hope I never. Of course, if you go in the military, you get to use the radios there. Amateur radio event. Sunday night, there's a 10-meter net that we also, Michael does, KM4YRF. That's on 28.415, 29.415 FM, and then to 223. 415 FM. Let's see, that's the other thing we're trying, and announcements. Also, if there's anybody else, just contact me. Don't waste going to that. But let me know if you want to operate during the field day on the 22nd of June. We're still 4 weeks out or so on that, so we got lots. And that we want to get all our ducks in a row right about now to figure out who's going to be there. And we already have, I think, 5 or 6 people that would like to be there and operate. And we'll take it from there. We're not trying to make a big giant event out of it, just to have some fun and operate during the field day event. And we've got a nice property. You can contact me directly, K4PEW at ARRL.net. No 2 dots in there. Let's see, other announcements. I don't think there are any. Does anybody have any other announcements for tonight? Well, that was a nice blast, but I don't know. Did it say anything? I got a blast in the eardrum. Somebody keyed up. Well, if there's no other announcements, we do have, like I said, we're on, I did not say, we're on net number 1007. And let's see, was there anything else I needed to throw in there? No, I think that's it. I don't see anything else on my notes. Okay, anyway, we're going to take, but first we're going to start taking check-ins now, unless somebody has something else to say. And we're going to be starting with people short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. So, anybody have any other announcements before I move on? All righty, we shall move right on to short on time, short on money, short on cars, no, short on time. First-time check-ins or mobile, please come in. Is anybody copying that? Because I cannot copy that station. It's rough. Whoever you are, it's a rough, really scratchy, and I hear you talking, but I only hear pieces of words. I got nothing. All right. Anybody else? Please come now. Short on time, first time check-in, or mobile. Please come now. Yeah, that might have been November for Victor Charlie. He talked to me earlier, and he was mobile, so I'm not sure that was him checking in. He was up in the Springfield area. Anybody else on those three categories? Otherwise, we're going to start from the east. It's going to be the shortest net ever. Who else is east then? We'll start right there. East, please come in.
KM4 YRS. I'm ready, willing, and able.
All right, very good, Michael. Everything going okay for you?
Yeah, I had a pretty good day at work today, and I'm off tomorrow, but I have to work Friday because I have therapy first thing in the morning, and then I have to take Miss Emily for an appointment tomorrow afternoon. So I had to swap days.
Yeah, wow. Okay, I'm going to have a new rule here. We're not going to implement it now. Maybe a little while. We can't talk about work.
Work.
Yeah. You can only talk about leisure activity and family, those kind of things, but no work-related things. No, that would be kind of silly. No, Emily's. What therapy does she do? Is it physical therapy still?
Well, I go to physical therapy, my last one in the morning, and then she has a doctor's appointment tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, all the crazy follow-ups that go along with those kind of things. I still have issues from my accident.
I have issues, but I can't blame it on the accident.
I probably can't talk about it on the air either.
Roger that. I don't guess I have anything else, Paul, but I'm really looking forward to field day, and I'll do whatever I can do to help things out.
All right, very good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That was Michael, KM4YRF. He's here in Mount Juliet, and he filled in for me the last two nets. I think it was two. Yeah, it's Wednesday and Saturday because I was fleeing justice. No, I was in Orlando for a conference. Who else is east? Well, we're really raking them in today. East or north?
WB0 in a row. Good evening.
Okay, you're going to have to check in about 7 times because we're not doing too well so far, Mark.
Yeah, well, you can cancel that first check-in and we'll do it again.
Okay. Everything going good for you?
Yep, going good. Not much new over here. Just been playing a little radio, and that's about it.
Yeah, very little. I turned on the radio this evening and 10 meters and I heard nothing. I mean, like zero.
Yeah, I turned 10 on a little bit ago, and I've got some kind of a weird noise that I'm hearing. It's kind of a eedle thing. I did have one exciting thing. My 220 rig bit the dust a while back, and but they replaced it. So I was kind of surprised at that. It was about a year and 4 or 5 months old, and they still replaced it.
Huh? Where did you buy it from?
I bought it from Amazon, but it's a Retivas radio.
Oh yeah, I think it's the same one I have. I'm surprised they replaced it.
Well, I pretty much wore them out until they did. When you're retired, you don't have much else to do.
Yeah, I guess you can just harass somebody. But they were out west, were they, or were they just on email?
Well, yeah, they're they're. I guess you could say they're way out west. Um, I believe that all of the communications is directly with somebody in China, and a little bit left to the imagination with language, but they did much better than I would do. But we got through it, and they shipped a radio from Amazon to me. Returned it back to a place in California.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did the same thing because mine, same receiver, it's not yours. I plugged in an external antenna, and then I took it, unplugged it to move it or something like that, and external antenna mode, so I couldn't hear anything on the radio, but I couldn't make it stop doing that.
Yeah, mine either blew the speaker or the jack. I'm not sure which, but it was showing no audio out. I suspect it was the speaker.
Yeah, I couldn't. Once I, like I said, once I plugged in, it was the correct jack. I didn't mess up anything. But not only did it stop working on the body of the radio, the speaker, the external speaker back in, so I couldn't even use it if I wanted to. Then I tried to convince them. It took a little bit convincing them. So, well, did you try? Yeah, yeah. Tell me what you want to do with this thing, because I need to know.
Yeah, that's kind of the same conversation I had. I told my wife, I said, you know what, I'm going to be persistent. So I'll bet there were 15 or 20 emails back and forth. He sent me one, and I returned the other one today. So that worked out.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, just we harass them enough, and they send you this stuff, because I think they cost like 80 cents to build. I swear, how can they keep making them like that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I, I think the $30 or something like that for a 60-watt radio. Um, I would think there'd be that much.
Well, I just only from my experience there was never actually the service end or the distribution end on manufacturing some things. And I know that there's often a 10 times between manufactured cost and what retail cost. I'd say retail, contractor cost in the case of what we were doing. 10 times cost at the plant and multiply about 10 times. And I found that from multiple sources besides my own company. And so I'm suggesting out the back door for less than, let's see if it costs 130, for less than 13 to 15 bucks tops.
Yeah, I think you're probably pretty close. I don't know what the 20 megahertz radios. I wouldn't think the market would be great. Of course, they use the same their 2-meter and their 440 radio, so that works out. I just don't know. 20 more popular in other countries?
I'm not even sure it's available all throughout the world. I'm not even positive. Somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, I don't want to monopolize, so I'll see you on 440.
All righty. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar up in Northwest Wilson. Who else is east or north? Well, we're breaking down trade barriers right here. East or north? One more time.
Are you coming around the north?
I just said north. Oh, where you been?
No, you said eastern. So if you're going in a circle counterclockwise, then you're going to go north only in a minute.
No, I was north only, and then I just decided I'd see if anybody one check in east and one check in the north.
Okay, well, I didn't know. I just walked in here and turned the radio on. I was outside out there with the tools and the lawnmower and everything like that, and I was looking for something, and I never could find it. So I thought, world's not going to end. So, anyway. So here I am in the north, Carlin, KD4VW.
Yeah, very good. Than that little problem.
And it's not a no big problem. Blade sharpener, which I don't really need. I thought it'd be a little bit more convenient for, more of those got the grinding wheel, and the grinding wheel's got the I think it's 32 or 33-degree angle, so that you get your blade. So I was thinking there was one of those out there, and I think, well, it don't matter. I've been sharpening on this, what do you call that thing, the grinder that's sitting there on the bench, so it's not no big deal. So, now, I hand the thing, he need about half of the net. I looked over the clock. Somebody come in here. You two were talking about here a second ago.
The Retivus, that Retivus radio, the 220, 60 watt.
Audio.
Right. Well, when I did, my audio went away when as soon as I plugged in the external speaker and then I unplugged it. It did. I said external speaker, but as soon as I unplugged it, it stopped working on both external speaker and internal speaker, and I couldn't make a change. And I part that's brand new, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, well, that's probably the speaker jack. They've been having that does deal with the speakers, with that radio, or with that particular. It's not just that brand. Those the Anytone. There's one or two other models of that same radio. It's got a different name plastic. All made in the same factory over in China. How you say it? What thing or something? You something other. That's the current something. If it's not the speaker, internal speaker, or the speaker jack, it's the 470 microfarad capacitor on the board. The feeds the audio to the speaker. Apparently those caps have been going bad on quite a few of them things. No, but it don't matter. He said his back ain't got enough radio for that. What he should have done, especially if it was me. So. Anyway, how things go with you?
They're going fantastic. We're doing well. Beautiful day today outside. I really love.
Oh yeah, I just eat breakfast and then decided to go get hair trimmed. And I got the hair trimmed at then I come on back, stop at Kroger's, got a few little things, and come on back up here behind Mike. I think they got countryside steak in the deli up there. They got goulash too, but I thought I went to countryside steak, green beans, and fried over. Brought that egg and eat that for supper. And when I got done with all that, I thought, well, I need to go off and went and got some gas for the Rambler board. Cut the grass. I guess I'm going to do that tomorrow. It's about hours out there, so I thought I'd get the gas before I mow all the yard again. I got to fiddling and looking around out there at several things, and then I come on in here and found y'all in the net already going. So, I guess I'll put you up. Turned over to you, let you see if you could get some more check-ins there. So, anyway, with that said, 84 VW up there in Angel Town web page, and I'll turn it back over to net control.
Yeah, very good, Carl. Yeah, you got a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise. I don't know whether it's on your end or mine, but you can see at the bottom. If you're on the web, you can see on the bottom of my screen. I got this. It's like somebody a large sawing, big saw for sawing big trees at the bottom of the screen. For Victor Uniform Whiskey, and that's Carlin. He's in Bethpage, Angeltown area. Who else is north? West.
KL4 MKD. DC4 TNQ.
All right, hang on, I got two in there. Charles or TNQ, but let me take Doug first. Everything going good, Doug?
It's going pretty well, Paul. Just been working on the generator mobile cart to go in my trailer, get ready for field day.
Ah, very good. How big a collector are you using?
Well, right now I've only got one 100-watt panel. Of course, that was my starter kit that just play around. I'll have 400 watts and 100 amp hour batteries.
Well, is that a rating they give it per hour, or it's a rating 100-watt continuous if it has full sun?
Yeah, that's under ideal conditions. It's 100 watts. I don't know that you ever actually get that, but that's the panel size. So portable, I just prop it up against something, aim it at the sun. But on top of the trailer, my plan is to mount to 200.
Yeah, interesting. You just made me remember something silly, but it was a point I remembered all the industry I was in. The human, on average, sitting, just doing routine office work, not in a fight, not in a big, sitting at a desk, walking around and doing things, it generates about 100 watts of power. That's how much heat, excuse me, because it's a measurement of heat. The average human generates about 100 watts.
I just need to get on top of the trailer then.
Yeah, no, I just thought I remember because I knew what because you kind of can. We were trying to figure out how many people were in a building, how much air conditioning was required, that kind of a thing.
It was at 100.
No, 100 watts. 100 watts of just like a 100-watt light bulb sitting there.
Okay. A lot of people use the heat. I don't know how much, but it generates quite a bit of heat.
Well, I got to remember my numbers here. 1 watt is equal to about 3 point something BTUs, as I recall, and I'm probably wrong. But no, it's 3 point something. I just don't remember what it was.
I know that if the switch on your refrigerator fails to turn that light off on the inside, it will thaw up everything in your.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen it happen. Yep. You just or if the heater stays on in the defrost section of the sea fridge.
Yep, seen that happen too. That was the industry I spent most of my professional career in, appliance repair.
I bet that isn't such a big problem because they've gone to all electronic lights in them, haven't they?
Yeah, no, everything's funny thing about that. My daughter, who lives there kind of out in the rural area, has a well, and over the winter, her well froze. So, why? I thought you had a lamp in there. Oh yeah, Dad, I had a big lamp in there. You know, one we've used before, but you just can't keep off in it.
My brother reminded me because I never really had to work up in the northern, at least not in an industry, and they had repiped a bathroom. They made an additional bathroom upstairs, and the contractor made it not permitted by code up there on the Canadian border to put in plumbing, water piping on through an external, but not an external wall. And in order to make up for it, he had to put one of those heater tapes up and down the whole length of it.
Because if that heater tape goes out, and they will at time, you're going to get frozen pipes and bursted and water flowing everywhere.
Oh, I know this is a bad idea, but hey, it's his house.
Well, there you go. You live and learn and die and forget it all. Solar generator cart project. It's been very interesting. I've learned a lot and had a few missteps, had to back up and redo, but overall, I've been more.
I think that's one of the best parts about doing projects of almost any kind that you're not 100% familiar. What you learn a lot, but most of all, you learn what not to do.
Yeah, and I learned what bought a bunch of copper cable connectors because you got to use pretty heavy cable on this stuff. So I bought a kit, and they're just cheap and flimsy and not worth a dime. So I reordered and got the new ones in this afternoon. I had to pay a little more money, but
I'm reminded of that. I mostly have learned my lesson, mostly, but I recently did a couple of things I bought, and they were just waste my time with them.
Yeah, and I've also found I'm really, really good at losing things because I bought tie-down straps for the batteries that's going to be on this cart. And well, they're really nice. I mean, they got good buckles on them, good heavy straps. I can't find them now.
I know. I do that within one room. Leave the room and I can't find them.
They laid around in the bag in the house forever. And my wife says, "Why?" I said, "You're going to take them up to the shop where you were working on your car." I said, "Yeah, I remember saying that, but I have no idea where I put them."
They can't hide on you.
Oh, I don't know. we got a set of keys that belongs to a Chevy Trailblazer years ago, and haven't found them yet.
Well, there's always hope. My mother, she was cleaning the house. Let's see, she got married in 1948. House that I grew up in around the year 2000, and sweeping next to the baseboards, and she found the diamond itself, this little teeny tiny diamond that was in her engagement ring that she had seemingly lost in the 50s.
Wow, that's pretty good. Hey, I got a diamond that's set out of a nice sized diamond out of the Pawpaw washing machine, on a Whirlpool washing machine. And the lady was pretty sure that it was in there, so she called me up and I took her book, and up there it was.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't, most machines, at least the early machines, didn't have those, did they?
Trap in it, like, so anything that went through the tub, anything like that, pins, needles, they stay in this trap rather than go over into the pump, the impeller on the pump. And it won't filter out chitlins or turnip greens.
Or soup.
I pulled some very disgusting things out of those in my past career. But anyway, you said no talk about work, so I'll get out of here and let somebody else talk. I appreciate everybody out there is having a good week.
No, it's current work we don't want to talk about. Current work. If it's old work, just work experience. It's fun and crazy. It was Doug. He is in, gosh, I probably screwed that up. Is it Greenbrier?
Yes, it is.
Man, see, thought that I was going to slip it there, but it's Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta. That's Doug. He's in Greenbrier. Charles, what's up?
Oh, not too much. Just taking it easy. Had to run a few errands this morning, and just for the day they're over.
I know. Was it nice or what out today?
Yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I hope it's better tomorrow because I'm planning on doing.
And I plan to spend some more time tomorrow in the yard. I hope it's as nice as it was today, which I think it's supposed to be. I mean, after that gone for, how bad was the storm to you, the one that happened Thursday or Friday?
Well, we never got just heavy rain. As a matter of fact, it rained so hard it got in my wife's car. She found that Tuesday.
Oh boy, she must have had the windows cracked or just a bad seal.
You know, I don't know. It could have did it over the last. However long we had like 3 big bouts of rain. But she got in her car Tuesday and she found water in the floorboard. So and the funny part is she let the windows down and but left the key on all day, and then this morning she comes in and she says, "My car won't start."
Yeah. I got fooled by that one time. Well, accidentally. I just didn't realize that it was a car my wife and I both drove, and I mean we have 2 cars, but it was hers. But it was dead. So I put it on the charger. It didn't matter. It was still having problems. And I realized that she was leaving. She was changing the set. It would stay on all night long.
Yeah, that's it. But I think probably leaving the key switch on all night would be even worse, don't you?
Energizing I think all of the little computers and all the other stuff in the car.
Yeah, so it gave me an opportunity. Harbor Freight jump pack that I bought, and it worked pretty good.
Oh, awesome. Anything else good for the net? You've been on the air at all? Because
I've been working some POTA stations on 10 meters, actually of an evening, like between 6 and did pretty good. Caught 3 or 4 a day.
Oh wow. Are they locally? Are they?
New York. I think I got one in Florida, and of course I can't remember where all they are.
You said on 2 meters? Oh, I thought you said 2. I was going to say, man, you are good.
Oh no, 10 meters, 10 meters, and some 20 meter also.
Yeah, I'm glad that Parks on the Air has picked up a lot of steam, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, you hear them calling. Matter of fact, there was one at Cornell here in Tennessee. That was it up in Smith County. And he was on a POTUS site, but I couldn't hear me. But I could hear other people calling him.
I wonder how they what is the qualifications for an island on the air? Do you know? I know what do they have qualifications for what an island is?
Well, like the United States has several islands, but I don't know who sets them up.
I'm just curious because parks are easy. I mean, the national parks, state parks, city parks, they're all, you can find them in the book,
Yeah, every country I reckon has got islands like England and South America, wherever they're at, and just everywhere, Africa.
Okay. Anyway, let me move on. Anything else for the net, Charles?
That's it, man. I'll catch you on the next one. KC4, GMQ.
Very good. That's Charles. Kilo Charlie 4, Tango November, Quebec. I had written that down backwards. Kilo Charlie 4. Says West.
KG4, LV, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, very good, Jack. What's up?
Today and read a little bit. It was a nice quiet day, and then I got to go outside some before the mosquitoes hit.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a little farm over there.
Yeah, it's really doing well. I got it done at the right time.
The heavy rainfall didn't give you any problems? Awesome. Yeah, that's good. I mean, because really heavy rainfall, as you well know, can really mess things up.
Well, I put straw around it, and then that holds the moisture in. I don't have to water it every day.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you buy your straw?
Over off Dickerson Road.
I got you. I didn't know they sold that over there.
Yeah, just back the truck up and.
I'd rather have them delivered.
I guess so.
Yeah, how much they get per bale?
It was like $5.50 or $5.35 or something. I thought it would be more than that.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, I think the last time somewhere else.
My cousin who has a farm up in New York State, up in Western New York, he actually makes that. Is selling hay and straw to farmers, other farmers, other people who have gardens, and people who own horses.
Yeah, I've tried hay before, but there's too many weed seeds in that, so I just use straw.
No, you're better off with the straw, believe me.
On the next one, KG4 LV.
Also, hay's rougher to handle. Anyway, that was Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Vector. He's over west.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good, Greg. You sound better here than you did on 220, but it's still a little to me.
That's interesting. Who sang Islands on the Air? Was that Dolly Parton, Olivia Newton-John?
Sounds familiar, but I don't keep up with either of those.
That was Islands in the Stream. Oh, well, never mind. Your word. I did work a little bit today, but at the time my body was working good, and I was more pain-free than usual. But it was good. And then when I left, came outside, the weather was beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad, and I week in my mind, maybe more often, of how hard I had to work in construction, and I couldn't do that work to save my life now, because it was for a 24-year-old, it's not too shabby. It's still work, and it was hard, but it was doable. Now I'd have to say, no, somebody come do this for me.
I did concrete construction at about that age, 23, 24, and we used the concrete formers that most guys would go get the truck to get, and I'd just walk over and pick up 2 of them and haul them back by hand.
You're talking
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had any. I had a tiny experience with concrete, but nothing. It was laughable, really. But I never forms elsewhere.
Yeah, it was physical, but I loved it, and I only did it during the summer, so I didn't have to deal with lots of storms, but not the cold ones.
I tell you what, that I don't know how anybody does that for a lifetime, pouring and finishing concrete and small jobs where you can't bring in heavy equipment.
Yeah, that gets pretty.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. I mean, it's unbelievable how much work it is.
You got to learn how to use a wheelbarrow, or you'll lose it.
Yeah, well, I never mastered that, so that's why I couldn't stay in that trade.
Yeah, once it starts going,
That's right. No, I was just a fill-in job for me so I could earn a few bucks. But no, it's just funny how thing, and it doesn't seem to bother you. Now, oh my gosh, do work for an hour and I got to take a break.
well, like I was saying, I had to take a break to finish mowing my small front lawn. So that's why I'm thinking about pushing.
Oh yeah, yep, I'm with you. Yeah, well, yeah, as we get older, obviously can't do the same things. Anything else for the net?
Now that's it. What are we up to? 3 check-ins?
How many do we have?
3?
Oh, you're number 8.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. That was Greg. He is in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Good, a little noisier than normal. Who else is West?
A4 ID.
For Robin.
Well, presently I'm on 14th Avenue trying to get on I-40.
Oh, cool. So you're
Yep. Working over tonight.
making the big money.
Comp time, baby. Comp time. Oh, no, it's employee choice.
Oh, is it really? Oh, wow. Oh, that's great. I don't know if that's good or not. Sometimes I'd rather have the time and a half.
Yeah, but I take a hit in taxes when I do that.
Well, yeah, but you.
Yeah, I'm on the downhill side now, so the time is more precious, thankfully.
Well, I agree. Or at least I felt way back when the company told me as a manager I had to give comp time to my employees, and I'm like, here, because if I have them work 4 hours over, and they chew up their evening here at work, that they can't get that time back grievable. So they need to be compensated.
That is correct.
Anyway, everything's going well over there at work, though.
Plane, we got a big upgrade radio project going on. I'm involved in that to some extent. I have here at Tennessee Tech here as the intern for the summer, so I'm trying to spend some time with him. But it's all kind of giggles at work as far as I'm concerned.
I got you. Listening to this, I won't even tell you what it was. It was somebody who seemingly's got brains, and they were saying on the web, or wherever it was, one of those things, and she was saying how she could feel when the smart meter on her house was operating, because it made her feel lethargic. That's what I said. A sensitive person. Anyway, lots of people seem to get it that those types of frequencies aren't going to affect you at all. All it does is if it hits you it's in the skin, and you won't even feel it.
I had a woman argue with me 2 years ago when I was in the meter department. I came and replaced the meter on her house. She made it very clear that she did not want a 5G meter because that was coming into her house.
We'll tell her to shut the door.
The real sad part is,
Well, people have obviously that people have very big misunderstandings background of what they're talking about.
That's right. I wanted to ask her how many X-rays she'd ever had.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It just, if they only knew how much flying around them all the time, 24 hours a day, from all the different kinds of sources that are out there. They wouldn't believe it if you told them.
She clearly struck me as one of those.
Well, no, people get it into their heads that from seemingly reliable source, you know, they're saying, they're like, for instance, I heard one the other day, and it was a discussion on the web, and it was hilarious to listen to because they said you gotta they have these. They were calling them a little differently, you know. They have a blanket that those electromagnetic things that are in the air, and you take it, and it's got an outlet, it's got a wire connection on it that you plug the ground plug on next to your bed, you know, the regular electric. So it'll bleed the ground so it doesn't affect
you.
Yeah, well, he wasn't calling it that though. It was, you know, and it protects you. The blanket, you know, it is actually, you know, it's like it's like a tinfoil hat kind of thing.
Well, now, there is some credit to that because when you go to the dentist, sit there and the X-ray put a filter across the family jewel. That is a matter of course.
That is true, but it doesn't apply in your home unless you've got an active X-ray machine with no safeties on. I'm just telling you, man. I thought, yeah, that's all I need is homeowners plugging things. They don't know the ground plug from the other two, you know.
Hopefully the ground one is round and it won't fit.
I've seen people try to put round things in narrow holes before, or just the opposite. They'll force it with a hammer. You know, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Just silly. Anyway, anything else good for the net?
Well, I wanted to follow up with my story of the first time that the dentist nurse, dental hygiene, put the lead blanket across me. I said, what's that for? She was about to go out of the room. Oh, that'll keep your baby from being born naked.
That's pretty funny. I haven't heard. But no, it's true. I mean, they put that lead on there just in case there's stray radiation going in directions it's not supposed to.
Yeah. I said, yeah, people talk.
That's pretty funny. I like it.
So anyway, there's that. I'm gonna have a bunch more radio gear come on the market soon. I'm taking on another state.
Man, you're a regular clearinghouse for stuff, aren't you?
I don't know how this is. Well, I do know how it's happening, but I never expected this. I now have 3 estates that I'm representing.
Wow, you're gonna become like that guy who does them out of St. Louis.
Yeah, I can't spell Shulman.
You can't sell to him, you said?
I can't spell Shulman.
Oh, no, he's got quite an operation going there, I think. Say again on field day? Yeah, well, there's still people. So we still got a cadre of 5 or 6 interested in field day. We just need to get together between maybe you and me and Wes here today, and just set some guidelines. And maybe we can have a handful of radios, even if there's 5 people, so we can trade off.
I don't like it.
You say you do or don't like it?
I do. I like it.
No, the last thing you want is how much interference can everybody take?
Oh, if they have a surplus of radios, it will just dedicate one per.
Right. No, that's what I'm getting at. Is you really want to narrow it down if you can, because again, we're not trying to break down ARRL records, you know.
What call sign to use?
Well, we could use our club call sign. We actually have one.
And what is it?
Oh man, yeah. 4 FKV, Kilo November 4 Foxtrot. What did they just say? Foxtrot.
All right, we can do that. I think we could get a, well, I don't know if they'll do it for field day or not. I know for the state QSO party, you know, a special call sign for the event for like a weekend, you know, like maybe a 1x1 or a 1x2.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know what it would be, but we got time to do it if you want to.
Yeah, I might look into it.
I don't know. Just we'll use your initials.
What's that?
You could use your initials.
Yeah, but that's not, well, have authority over that call sign.
No, I got you. Very good. Anything else?
I think of that. Carry on.
Very good. That was Robin, Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. He's mobile, coming from Nashville, coming home from a arcade. Who working overtime too. Who else is West?
Paul Richards in there.
Richard hiding.
I don't know if he's been hollering a couple times, 2-3 times.
He needs to get up on the roof. Wow, I could actually hear him, but boy, was that noisy. Were you copying that better than me?
I had a pretty good copy.
Okay, now it was really noisy. Are you on? You can see on the screen there if you're watching the YouTube thing. All that sawtooth I got at the bottom down there. I don't know if that's. Generally speaking, that's what I got.
Well, it's got to be something right there in your local area because I'm having no noise at all.
I think my wife's using an electric chainsaw in the garage. She's cutting up some beef.
All right.
Wait, that was Richard. I'm going to check in his wife too. That was KI4SIB and KI4SOR. And they are in Lebanon. He moved farther away so he could have a tougher, worse signal to me, east of farther east. Used to be over west of downtown Lebanon, off of 7. Who else is wherever? West. Oh. Right, I did hear like 2 in there. Hold on one second there, Tony. Was there somebody else? Was that you, Michael? Was there somebody else in there besides Tony? All right. Everything going well, Tony?
Yeah, that was me. I'm right.
Yeah, well, it's coming in both my ears with the headset on.
Yeah, that's better than coming in somewhere else.
An outgoing channel.
There you go. What about instead of parks on the air, why don't we have parking lots on the
Malls on the air. Why not that?
Park and ride?
There you go. There's so many opportunities that it's almost endless.
Hopefully it will end. Please let's let it end.
Oh, you don't like the parks on the air?
No, it's the park and rides on the air.
Okay, park and ride. There aren't very many of those by comparison. I mean, every city I'm sure has a few, but they're not everywhere.
Anyway, I don't have anything. I mean, you know, we chatted this morning for almost an hour, so I'm out of chat.
See, now you got to share with a whole bunch of people, and it's on YouTube forever.
Yeah, there you go. KF422.
All right, that was Tony. He is Kilo Foxtrot 4 Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Who else is west or south? Hello, Larry. A little rough, but I got you in. Are you doing okay? Very good. Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockville. Was there anything else, Larry? All right, very good. I didn't want to cut you off too short there. Anyway, Larry again, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockville. Who else is south or anywhere? We're making it back around. Okay, Beth Page, I heard. Who was the call again? Oh boy, still a rough copy. I want to say it was Jamie, but I'm not. Oh boy, I should know your call, but I don't. Anybody else copying it?
Hey, Paul, that is Alpha 4.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't remember the call, unfortunately. Okay, very good. Alpha 4 Kilo Jamie and Beth Page. Okay, very. For some reason, I was looking up your call the other day, and I don't remember why. Maybe because we had contact. I don't recall. Everything going well for you the other? All right, very. I really caught in there. I think it was a GP9. Was that correct? Okay, very good. Very good. GP9 is a great. It's the same specs as the Diamond X510. I believe they have the same specs, and both are very, very good antennas. Jamie in Bethpage, Alpha 4 Kilo. Who else is any place anywhere? All righty. No more north, south, east, or west. No sandbaggers out there. How about we have? I actually learned something new yesterday. It's not just lizard shape shifting lizard people, so I have to be more accurate on how I describe things. No shape out there, or flat earthers, of course, is a big category. Not to mention the moon landing deniers, and also I just saw today where they just one of our probes just flew by and took pictures of what that something that had they said it had a brand new moon that they hadn't seen before. So that's fascinating. Didn't even know it existed, but it's big news. Any place, anywhere, please come in.
Hey, Paul.
You.
The big sunspot that was caused all our southern and northern lights, if that makes sense, is coming back around again, and it's bigger now than it was. We may get northern lights phase 2 here in the next few days.
I think that's what you just sent me in today, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I saw that elsewhere too. It's hard to believe because these are pretty rare to have these huge events like this. I can't remember ever hearing about them coming this far south, ever.
I remember, yeah, in years past, I remember it had been, but typically these coronal mass ejections and these big sunspots thrown off directly at the Earth. Usually they rotate around and are off on an angle and they go off somewhere else. And this particular right in the bullseye of it.
Yeah, well, thankfully they miss us because there's a lot of those going on. They're just not headed in our direction.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, just put that out there. Careful, careful.
I've noticed the sun does what it pleases. I think everybody else has noticed. Anyway, my wife came out with a big revelation here this week. She goes, "You remember when we were kids? We used to try to spend a lot of time in the sun to get it." Does that? Well, not nobody, but we don't do that anymore because now we realize it's sun cancer. Skin cancer from the sun. Anyway, yeah, I've got what do you call it? Not skin cancer, but I have damage from sun. What do they call it? Damage from the sun. I got damage in my arms from the sun, being out in the sun too much when I was in the Navy. Anybody's anywhere, any place, anywhere. Sun deniers. Yeah, sun deniers. So we got them.
That's called being ugly.
Yeah, helps. So it's sun damage. UV damage, whatever you want to call it. I actually have spots on my arms that have no melatonin. Anyway, any place, anywhere, anybody, please come out. centimeters for those of you still hanging around and not fell asleep. So that's where I'm going. Unless I hear somebody over to 446, 415. All right, that's where I'm going. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 70 centimeters. Looking for check-ins from
KM4YRF.
very good. We got Michael in Mount Juliet. Obviously, big signal to me. Who else is over to the north?
WB0LO, still awake.
We got to do is do an awake check on the net, you know. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Really nice, smooth signal at 7 centimeters. You, Mark. You're obviously not using the discount.
No.
Very good. He's in Northwest Wilson. Very big signal. Really great audio. Who else is north? I guess Carlin fell asleep. Or he doesn't have 70 centimeters, which I find hard to believe. Who else is north or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Big signal on 70 centimeters. It is a little quieter than 2 meters from you anyway. Who else is west?
KG4 LV.
And Donaldson in there. Good signal too. Are you noticing it's quieter here, Jack, or have you noticed?
Oh yeah, conditions are great here.
Very good. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victory in Donaldson. That's Jack. Who else is west?
KC4 TA.
You're sounding outrageously good tonight as well. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Anybody else west? All right, over the east. I'm sorry, west. South. Hey there, Tony.
That sounds good tonight.
Yeah, really, it does sound great. From any place, anywhere? Lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbagger? In here tonight, boy, oh boy. No big deal. We'll take it. We'll take 2. Take better than my first 10 years ago with 0, but me. I was lonely net. All righty. Well, then we're moving right over to, and you know what? I may not have changed my antenna. Hold on one second. Let me see if I did that.
Everything's all right. Mike, can you get on that? Zach will help you.
All right.
On it.
I've already been on 10 meters. I didn't double check it before I went in the air. Anyway, we're on 10. So we're going to go over to 10 meters. 21.5 upper side band. Let's get it. It's K4 PW for 10 meters on 28.415. Hold on one second. Thought I'd tune up. There you go. Anyway, that's looking for check-ins from the east. Please come now.
KM4 Wow.
We got Michael, of course, number 1 from the east, KM4YRF. Aunt Julia, who else is the east? 4.
WB0 in a row.
Very good. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, Mark in Northwest Wilson. Who else? Mark. Who else is north? No, Carlin fell asleep. West. Yeah, you sound pretty good tonight there. Better than I remember hearing you last time. Right. Yeah, 220 wasn't good, real good earlier. Anyway, that was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is? All right, a little light on signal, but I can copy in there. That's 4 Tango, November, Quebec, and West Nashville. Who else is west? No, I wouldn't make that assertion on the air. No, it's light on signal, man. Who else is west? Oh yeah, that's great. What did you do? Just up the power? Okay, no, you sound much better. Charles, up in his power. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Didn't want to be light on the signal. Who else is west? Anybody copying? Where the heck did Jack go? Copying Jack? I can hear somebody talking, but it's so far away I don't even know who it is. Well, okay, let's do anybody else west or south? Kilo November for what was that? Yankee what? Good. Refresh my memory. I don't know who this is. Kilo Yankee Sierra November. Who is this? Oh, I didn't expect to hear anybody from anybody. We do this net we do it both on Wednesdays and Sunday nights, and it's a pleasure to hear somebody from out of our area. Yeah, believe it or not, there's somebody trying to go to I was hearing, I could hear, I could not make them out. They were too distant for me. Yeah, somebody's, he was checking for the frequency of use. I guess he did. So, I don't know if she hears me or not. Anyway, I thought I'd just say hello. Very good, Bob. What's your antenna and how much power are you running? Oh wow, yeah. I've got a vertical. It's one of those still around, but it was the MFJ. I'll get it right in a minute. What the heck is that? SPT 500. Oh yeah, SPT Sierra Papa Tango 500. It's a big 10-meter vertical. Very quiet. You faded there a little bit to me, Bob, but I'm impressed that 80-meter loop's doing well. Oh yeah, no, I'm confident it will tonight. Actually, it picks up. Here, Bob. Oh, in sunny Florida down there in Tampa for 36 years. So the conditions down, on the Florida Peninsula are always good. Well, it's going to be really good. Yeah, yeah. It is amazing, really, how well. Like I said, we living on the west coast of Florida, talking to Mexico was like. I got to move along here. We're doing another net right after this on 220, and I don't think you're going to talk to us on 220. Very good. That was Bob. He's in Jacksonville, Florida. Kilo November for Yankee Sierra November, and is on an 80-meter loop, 30 miles, 30 feet up in the air. Now the signal was fading, but really a good QSO there. there's no short hop in this on 10 meter. Well, it is a short hop, yes, but I haven't had anybody in Florida in a long time at this. Anybody else? Please come now.
I'm relaying for Jack. He's trying, but he can't get in.
All right, we can get Jack. Up with that.
I don't know.
We got Jacksonville and Jack. I hear somebody, but I wouldn't tell it was him. No. All right, I'm going to dump out of here and go to 220 unless I hear somebody actually check in. All righty, closing out this portion of the net, and I'm shutting down the Facebook so we don't discriminate against anybody. And we'll catch you then. K4PW. We're going over to 220 in a second. 73, everybody. Appreciate everybody checking in.